Hello dear learners, welcome to my YouTube channel With the Lid. Today's session is going to be all about article writing that is included in the syllabus of class 12 CBSE curriculum. Let me begin by stating the fact that this particular class is going to be a masterclass in article writing. It is going to be a comprehensive guideline, a comprehensive guide for you in order to get those 5 on 5 marks in article writing questions. So if you are a CBSE student or any other interested learner who wants to learn how to write an article, you have just come to the right place. Without any further delay, let us begin with the session. As I told you that we are going to crack that CBSE article code. Article is 150. अब ऐसा नहीं है कि 150 का मतलब 150 ही है. 160 to 65 is acceptable, right? And the lower limit is also like that. 140 is acceptable. Let's be honest, we need to get marks out of it, right? If you have the knowledge and if you cannot put it on paper and fetch marks with it, that's not what it do. So have some common phrases that you can use. Make a list of common phrases that you can use in your article. Then do not use. So this video is going to be divided into 5 parts. First part of the video, we are going to discuss the division of marks, कि how CBSE bifurcates those 5 marks. So 5 marks के further आगे components होते हैं 4 that we will discuss in the first part of the video. The second part of the video will dive deep into the format of an article and an analysis of the example that how should you frame your article. The third part of the video will give you a few tips on how to make your article look better and how to enhance the vocabulary and enhance the overall structure of your article. The part 4 of the video will give you some mistakes that students make. So you need to avoid those mistakes, those pitfalls that you need to avoid. Lastly, the most awaited part of the video, part 5, is going to give you a checklist for your examination day. A checklist that will help you overcome any obstacle, overcome any chaos that you might feel in the examination hall. If you follow that checklist, definitely 5 on 5 will be there for you in your answer sheet. Let us begin with part 1. Part 1, as you can see on the screen, the 5 marks that are there, that are awarded in article writing question, are further divided into 4 components. तो ये 4 components होते क्या हैं? Let us try to understand कि हमारे 5 marks जो हैं, they are actually bifurcated, divided into 4 components. So the first component is format. We will understand the format कि format में क्या क्या चीजें आती हैं, but let us just understand कि उसमें marks हमें कितने मिलेंगे. Because let's be honest, we need to get marks out of it, right? If you have the knowledge and if you cannot put it on paper and fetch marks with it, that's not worth it, dude. So let us see the marks. Then format definitely carries 1 mark. Then so does organization of ideas. We will understand the organization of ideas क्या होता है. Then accuracy and finally content. If I talk about the components, these 3 components carry 1 mark each and content carries 2 marks. Now understand format, so we'll discuss in the next section of the video okay, exactly what is the format that you need to follow. But apart from that, what is organization of ideas? Organization of whenever you write an article, your article has to be divided into paragraphs. तो ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए कि वो पैराग्राफ अब्रप्टली स्टार्ट हो गया या एक पैराग्राफ अब्रप्टली एंड हो गया, right? So there should be a flow of thought that should be there. And this is what they label as organization of ideas. And what are cohesive devices? The most common type of cohesive devices that you come across in your day-to-day life is conjunctions. So you need to use conjunctions in your organization or in your beginning of the paragraph so that you connect the idea to the previous paragraph. Then accuracy, definitely, spelling and grammar. If you write the spellings wrong, your marks will be deducted. If you frame wrong grammatical sentences, then also your article will make you lose marks. Then content. Now content, again, the value points that you are writing. Value points का मतलब क्या होता है? काफी बच्चों को वही नहीं पता होता कि value points क्या होते हैं. So value points is something that relates to the topic, is of relevance to the topic. अब ऐसा नहीं है कि if you are writing about global warming and आपने उसमें melting of ice sheets तो लिखा है but उसको connect ही नहीं किया main idea से. So it has to be connected, right? So relevant points. Now let us go to the second part of the video where we are going to discuss the format. The most important part 2 of the video, we are going to discuss the format and look at the analysis of a good article. Now understand कि article, the word limit of an article is 150. अब ऐसा नहीं है कि 150 का मतलब 150 ही है. 160 to 65 is acceptable, right? And the lower limit is also like that. 140 is acceptable. So you have a good range of approximately, let us say, 140 to 165 words. I see a lot of students who generally tend to count their words after writing it. उसकी जरूरत नहीं है बेटा, इतनी range है. You've got 140 to 165 words and that is approximately 15 to 16 lines or maybe 16 to 17 lines depending upon the sentence structure. So just have an idea. If you write 2 or 3 articles, you will have an idea that this much is the word limit that I need to adhere to. Now, what is the format? The title and byline. Let me just erase this. Yes. So, the title and byline. Of course, first of all, the title, for example, if you are writing an article on global warming, right? A global warming, real threat. That can be your title, right? Global warming, colon, a real threat. Now, do not be extremely creative about the title कि आप title को सोचने में ही इतना time लगा दे रहे हैं. Generally, CBSE questions also provide you with the title. तो उसमें भी वो keywords होते हैं. You can actually get that title from the paper as well. So उसमें you're not supposed to spend time, but make sure that your title does not go beyond 4 words, right? This also carries 4 words and that is the maximum. राइट, दैट इज द मैक्सिमम लिमिट. अब 4 वर्ड से अगर आप ज्यादा टाइटल लिख दे रहे हैं तो वो लाइन फॉर्मेशन हो जाती है. अगेन यू विल बी लायबल फॉर द डिडक्शन ऑफ मार्क्स, राइट? टाइटल हैज टू बी कैची, ब्रीफ, प्रिसाइज, राइट? देन byline. Byline wherein you need to mention the writer. For example, by whatsoever your name is, X, Y, Z. And if you want to mention class, अगर class दे रखी है क्वेश्चन में 12th A, you need to mention that class. So whatsoever information is given, अगर नाम भी दे रखा है तो वही आप name use करेंगे. And similarly, if the class has been given, the same class you will use here. So this becomes your byline, and this byline is just put right below the next line to the article. Article की inclination क्या होगी? Center inclination, right? Then after you've written the article, the byline and title, leave a line and begin with your block B, that is your introduction. अब introduction में you have to use something catchy. Catchy in the sense that कोई आप slogan use कर सकते हैं, कोई quote use कर सकते हैं, कोई fact use कर सकते हैं, या फिर कोई question से you can begin, right? So something startling, something rhetorical, something to put the topic in context. कि exact आपको topic से related ही वो डालना है, right? Fact. Then after you have written the introduction part, after you have set the context that this is what the article is going to be about, then you leave a line and begin with block C, and that is exposition. Now exposition just means that you are going to explain the topic. Now explanation of the topic can entail anything. It can entail causes, consequences, merits, demerits as per the demand of the question. तो ग्लोबल वार्मिंग पे अगर कोई आर्टिकल लिख रहा है, सो ऑफ कोर्स वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट द कॉजेस, राइट? वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस. उसमें उस केस में हम लोग ऑफ कोर्स मेरिट्स नहीं लिखेंगे क्योंकि देयर आर नो मेरिट्स ऑफ ग्लोबल वार्मिंग एज सच. तो ये तो नहीं आएगा हमारा. सो दिस बिकम्स योर कॉमन, दिस इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट यू नीड टू यूज योर कॉमन सेंस कि उस एक्सप्लेनेशन पार्ट में आपको क्या यूज करना है एग्जैक्टली, राइट? सो ग्लोबल वार्मिंग में एज आई सेड causes can form one paragraph. The first paragraph is definitely introduction. Second paragraph is your causes. Third paragraphs can be consequences, right? Third paragraph can be your consequences. Finally, you need to again leave a line and begin with the conclusion. अब conclusion generally students have this misconception कि conclusion में हम लोग क्या करेंगे, we will summarize the whole thing जो कि हमने लिखा है. No, you are in class 12th, your conclusion needs to be something futuristic, something unique, something that is set apart from what you have already written. अगर आप simply summarize कर देंगे, that will not give up a good conclusion, that will not lead to a 515 mark. In order to, if I put it plainly, right? So yes, you need to give opinion, you need to call to action, or you need to give a warning. Or what I personally like to recommend students is futuristic perspective. For example, in case of futuristic perspective, in case of global warming, क्या हो सकता है? That if we do not stop here, or if we do not curb or sort of stop global warming, and it keeps on increasing at a rapid pace, the world will not be able to see the human civilization for long, right? So brings a very bleak picture of the future. कि फ्यूचर में अगर हम नहीं ग्लोबल वार्मिंग को कर्ब किया, नहीं खत्म किया, नहीं रोका, then of course it is going to be deadly for human civilization altogether, right? तो ये ऐसा कुछ हमारा कंक्लूजन होना चाहिए. इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी जस्ट द समरी ऑफ वट एवर यू हैव जस्ट रिटन इन द एक्सप्लेनेशन पार्ट. अच्छा, अब इसके बारे में आई वॉन्ट टू टॉक अबाउट द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑल्सो. कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में वेन एवर यू चेंज अ पैराग्राफ यू नीड टू लीव अ लाइन, राइट? लीव अ लाइन, अभी उसमें अभी एग्जाम्पल में हम लोग देखेंगे कि व्हाट डज लीव अ लाइन मीन. आई होप यू आर क्लियर विद ऑल दीज फैक्ट्स कि हमारा फॉर्मेट दिखता कैसा है, राइट? So our format has got the title and the byline. If I go summarizing the whole thing again, block A, that is title and the body, the byline, then introduction, then exposition, explanation, and then conclusion, right? So this is how the division looks. And look at the spacing that has been given. तो इतना ही हमें अपना स्पेसिंग रखना भी है. That you need to give, let us say, 20 to 30 words for introduction, again 20 to 30 words for conclusion, and majority of the words, that is approximately 70 to 80 words, to the explanation, right? So this is how you need to give the weightage to different blocks of your article. So this is again the major part, the parts that we have discussed: block A, the header, and the title and the byline, right? Exposition part, we have already seen that you need to divide the paragraphs as per idea. So the whole idea here is कि आप one paragraph में एक idea को explain करेंगे and then move on to the other idea, right? Then finally the conclusion. Conclusion में, of course, you need to give up the final word, right? Which can leave an impact. You can give a warning, express some hope according to the topic of the article, right? You can, of course, the warning, hope, appeal. You can make an appeal or use a quotation as well if you have any quotation in mind related to the topic in the examination hall. Then you can also take a stand that I believe, or something like that. Here in article, you can express your own opinion, your own subjective opinion towards the end. So that can be done. Then, of course, you are supposed to sum up the main arguments that you have put forth. अब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि बॉडी से एकदम अलग होके ही कंक्लूजन हो, राइट? एक सिंथेसिस होना चाहिए सबका. So if you have listed causes and if you have listed, let us say, consequences of global warming, the conclusion has to be something कि we need to curb global warming. तो एकदम हटके नहीं हो कि एकदम ऐसा लग रहा है कि the body and the conclusion does not relate to each other, do not relate to each other. तो वैसा नहीं होना चाहिए, okay? So this is what I was talking about, that we are going to analyze one particular article. This is an example of an article. Look at the very first thing, block A, the title and byline. After writing the title and byline, you need to leave a line, right? Leave a line and then begin with your introduction. Now, if you read the introduction, you will get to know that what the article is going to talk about in the further portion. So, जो भी हम explanation में बात करने वाले हैं, of course, you need to introduce the thing here, introduce the topic here, right? And then the body of the article. Here again, you need to leave a line. So wherever I am saying that you need to leave a line, that means a complete line. पहले ऐसा होता था कि यहाँ पे अगर आपका वर्ड खत्म है, you need to start from here only. But now this is not the case. If your line, your word ends here, तब भी आपको towards extreme left start करना होता है paragraph. This is how you change the paragraph in English language these days. So here, the second paragraph and the third paragraph. Now, second and third paragraph, as you will read and analyze, you can just pause the video and analyze this example. This will talk about the history of women, right? The history of women and why Women's Day is, impactful, or why Women's Day should be celebrated, right? Then further, if we go to the last, that is the conclusion part, here it is almost a call to action. That there can be no true democracy, no true people's partition in governance and development without equal participation of women and men in all spheres of life. So here again, the summing up of whatever has been said above in the explanation part, right? So conclusion में हमारा वही चीज आ गई. Let us move forward. Of course, this is again, we are going to deeply analyze the whole thing one by one again. The Power of Women by Sharmila Aditya, that is title and byline format, 1 mark secure. Then the context. That what is the context? What the whole article is about. That is the introduction. So here introduction. Then development of ideas, your second and third paragraph. Then finally, after writing the third and fourth paragraph, you're going to end the article with a good conclusion. This is part 3 of the video where I'm going to give you a few pro tips to make your article read even better. So, first of all, you need to use cohesive devices. This is what I was talking about earlier in the video as well. Cohesive devices basically help you frame a natural organization of flow of thoughts. So, होते क्या हैं cohesive devices? They are basically conjunctions and some pronouns or some connectors that you can use, right? So coercive devices सारे बहुत सारे हो सकते हैं, demonstratives हो सकते हैं, pronouns हो सकते हैं, they can be conjunctions as well, but majorly हम लोग conjunctions का use करते हैं to make our organization of ideas flow naturally, right? तो जैसे कि अगर मैं बात कर रही हूँ consequences की, right? Causes की and consequences की. So हम लोग consequences को consequently लिख के use कर सकते हैं, right? We can begin the paragraph with the word consequently. Then thereafter, or likewise, something like that you can, or in contrast to, these connectors can be used, and they basically give the whole article a very natural flow of thoughts. Look at this particular example. Education is bad today, also students cheat and there are no jobs. अब ये तो हमारा common informal way of talking. But when you write an article, you need to have a very formal tone, and that too passive tone. हमारी passive tone होनी चाहिए. The current scenario in education is flawed. First of all, there is an emphasis on rote learning. Secondly, it promotes evidence-led copying. Moreover, there is a disconnect with employment needs. अब look at the words here. ये जो हमारा first of all है, then secondly है, moreover, these all are cohesive devices, right? Then ये हमारे examples हो सकते हैं cohesive devices के. When you change the paragraph, then also you need to use these cohesive devices to make your organization of thoughts very clear, right? Let us move forward to part 4. What are the things that you need to avoid so that no marks are deducted in article writing? So first of all, avoid using worn out expressions. That is, in today's modern world, ये बहुत ज़्यादा cliched है. All the students use the same kind of phrases. तो वो टीचर भी पढ़ पढ़ के बोल रहा था, bring up some new phrases, so have some common phrases that you can use, make a list of common phrases that you can use in your article. Then do not use a word that you do not know the meaning of. So ऐसा नहीं है कि you know a fancy word and you just use it without any context. उससे कुछ होगा नहीं, टीचर मार्क्स डिडक्ट कर देगा, right? Lastly, stick to the word limit. Now, why do I say stick to the word limit? Because if you go on exceeding the word limit, first of all, you will start rambling, and that will lead to grammatical errors. Rambling means कि writing irrelevant things. So दोनों ही चीजें बिगड़ जाएगी. Organization of thoughts भी बिगड़ जाएगा, organization of ideas भी, along with grammatical errors. So grammatical errors, you will be more vulnerable, prone to making grammatical errors, and of course, you will lose out on the flow of thought, on the organization of ideas. So strictly adhere yourself, strictly adhere to the word limit, right? Most awaited part of the video, the examination checklist. That what are the things that you need to have on your checklist when you have written your article or when you are going to write your article in the examination hall. So that checklist will definitely include the title, whether you have used a good catchy title, right? And the byline has been included or not. So that will fetch you how many marks? 1 mark. So ये checklist आप examination hall में आदत बना लीजिए. Make it a habit that you just go through this checklist once you have written the article or once you are about to start writing your article. So format, of course, title and your byline. Organization. So have you used some cohesive devices to make your organization look neat, to make your flow of thoughts look more natural? Did you use the cohesive devices or not? Right? Then, of course, does each paragraph develop on a key idea as shown in the box or in the book? So, basically, one paragraph, one idea. That is the golden rule that I gave you. That one paragraph should entail one idea. That will be your content, right? So, two paragraphs and two things that you are highlighting. It can be consequences, causes, merits, demerits, whatsoever, as per the need of the article. Then accuracy. Just reread your article once, give it 30 seconds, 1 minute, reread it and just try to look for any grammar or spelling errors that you might have made and rectify them. Just make a strike through and rectify them if you are able to find any spelling or grammar mistakes. Do not leave them as it is, right? If you like the video, give it a huge thumbs up, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel, Fit the Right for more such educational content. And definitely follow the playlist Writing Skills, where we are discussing the writing skills and I am giving you a comprehensive guide to all the writing skills that are there from class 9th to 12th in CBSE curriculum. Stay updated.